Good morning. It's December 3rd, 2025, Wednesday. For the month of December, I decided that I'm going to stick to the book of Proverbs. Conveniently, there's 31 chapters in Proverbs. There's 31 days of the month, so we'll be doing a chapter a day. The verse of the day is Proverbs chapter 3, verses 11 and 12. My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline and do not resent his rebuke, because the Lord disciplines those he loves. As a father, the son he delights in. Banger. And I know bangers. From the Daily Stoic, today's reading is by Epictetus from Discourses 1.15.2. Philosophy does not claim to get a person any external possession. To do so would be beyond its field. As wood is to the carpenter, bronze to the sculptor, so our own lives are the proper material in the art of living. The daily law for today: by becoming deeply aware of our mortality, we intensify our experience of every aspect of life.
So this is how I start my day, just starting my daily routine, washing my face, getting a stretch in. Started working on the daily writings. First thing I do is start journaling. Then started working in Touch Designer, which is a super cool program. Shout out to iCell for this tutorial. After that creative session, went to the gym. It felt great because nobody else was in there, and I feel awkward like recording if other people are there, so did some more upper body triceps and biceps, you know the program. Then went out for a run, did a 5K, need to improve my mile time. But it was a really nice day, like 80 degrees out, super sunny, very nice. Still getting used to taking B-roll of myself. And going back upstairs to finish the daily writings and share my thoughts.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verses 11 through 12. Do not resent the Lord's discipline. Whatever we see challenges come up, we might see them as like, oh, why me? Why is this happening to me? And I've come to know that as a very self-centered way of thinking. Instead of saying, why are these things happening to me? You need to adjust and start thinking, why are these things happening for me? And maybe not even ask why. Eliminate the why, eliminate the question, and simply matter of fact, these things are happening for me. All the things that happen in your life happen for your benefit. And to tie that into another piece of scripture that I actually have tattooed on me, Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for you to prosper and never to harm you, plans for you to grow and succeed. That alone, everything that happens in your life happens for you, happens for your benefit. The moment that I started thinking to myself, these things are happening for me, even very, very big life events like my dad passing, it was very easy for me at first to be like, why is this happening to me? This is happening to me. I must have done something. Like, I tried to find the reason behind it. And ultimately, obviously, with time, I came to realize that happened for us. That happened for my dad. That happened for me, for my family, to propel us into newer versions of ourselves. And that's the role of a father. The father, your dad, is the only man who wants to see you become better than him. Every other man in this world is going to see you as competition. Your father sees you as his legacy, as the continuation of his achievements through life. So when I started thinking like, man, this is happening for me, for my betterment, that changed my entire worldview. It changed how I was approaching different challenges. And I like to call them challenges because challenges are always something cut. Challenges are always something that you can overcome if you push yourself hard enough to see it through. So that's why that verse stuck out to me very hard. I mean, it was really hard to pick a verse of the day because the entire chapter of Proverbs, Proverbs 3, is really good. All of Proverbs is good. But of course, I started scrolling down. I saw that one, and it really resonated with me, of course, because my dad has always been strong about disciplining my brother and I, all of my brothers. I have 4 brothers. So do not despise the Lord's discipline, because if he's disciplining you, it's because he loves you. As a father, the son he delights in. That's a banger. Come on. The daily law of today, I had to go back and read that. My notes on it. Oh, yes. Treat each experience like a sculptor with their chisels, setting free the angel in the marble. We have only one life and one death, so it's very important that we treat all of our experiences. And again, that goes hand in hand with the discipline. Imagine that you're a sculptor and you have a hammer and a chisel and you have to bang, 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 sculpt out this incredible piece of work from a solid block of marble. That takes discipline. It takes time. Every chip, every crack is intentional. Every single movement has purpose. And that's how you need to start approaching your life. You need to see yourself as the sculptor, but you're also the marble. A really good quote, and this is the quote that I have in my Instagram bio: man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. Alexis Carrel. Everything comes together, man. That's just, I don't know how else to explain that. That perfectly encapsulates the discipline, the drive to move oneself forward. If you are the sculptor and the marble, you want the marble to look like, the statue of David. Cut picture of David here. How Michelangelo sees himself in the marble, obviously as David. He's the sculptor and the marble. You can't get this wondrous piece of art without picking up the hammer and the chisel and getting to work, right? So in the same way, how can you expect yourself to become a better person, the best version of yourself, if you still hesitate? Maybe you've already picked up the hammer and the chisel, and maybe you're just staring at this piece of marble wondering, well, where do I start? Start somewhere. Anywhere. Start at the top corner, the bottom corner, start in the middle if you wanted to. I don't know. If there's any artisans out there, but that's probably not the way that you should sculpt a block of marble. I wouldn't know. But that's how I'm trying to connect the lesson here. You got to pick up your tools and you got to start, because no one else is going to do it for you. If somebody else does it for you, if somebody else picks up your hammer and your chisel, that block of marble is not going to be you. It's going to be what they envision it to be, right? In the same vein, the only one who can discipline yourself here in the physical realm, aside from God, is yourself. You got to work for it. You got to push yourself. You owe it to yourself, because there's no one else who's going to do it for you. If there was, if I could have someone work out for me and I get ripped and I have none of the benefit, that just is not how it works. I can't have somebody else work out for me and I get ripped. No, I got to work out if I want to get ripped. So. Okay, last piece of the daily writings, the daily law. By becoming deeply aware of our mortality, we intensify our experience of every aspect of life. So, knowing the shortness of life fills us with a sense of purpose and urgency. We must see the mortality in everyone, how it equalizes us and connects us all. Bam. Realizing that we only have one life, one death. I mean, there's no better motivation for you to discipline yourself now. You have no idea if tomorrow's not promised. You have no idea what's going to happen today. So you owe it to yourself to push yourself past your limits and recognize the fact that obviously everyone else is on the same plane as you. No one's above anybody else. Everyone is equal in the fact that we're all mortal. So why not treat your fellow human beings with kindness, with respect, with admiration for their potential?